Mabrica, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Taino. I'm your host, Priscilla Colon, co-founder and creative here at Casarito, where our mission is to promote the Taino language and culture. So today, I'm going to answer one of your questions. I was asked by one great subscriber if Taino has definite and indefinite articles. So we'll cover what those grammatical terms mean, and then we're going to go into our lesson. So let's first talk about the definite article. In English, the definite article is the, like the dog, the cat. If I say, I see the dog, you know that I'm speaking about a specific dog. In Taino, there is no definite article, so you don't have to add anything extra. So let's take a look at this list of animals. Some of these you have learned in the past, and some of them will be new. Coqui, the coqui frog, or simply coqui frog. Yamui, the cat, or simply cat. Aon, the dog, or dog. Guincho, the eagle, or simply eagle. Mucaro, the owl, or simply owl. Colibri, the hummingbird, or just hummingbird. Now let's move on to our indefinite article. So in English, the indefinite articles are a or an. In this case, if I say, I saw an eagle, that means that I saw a random one. I didn't see a specific one. So that is what an indefinite article does when you add it to a noun. In Taino, there is an indefinite article, and that is the word heck. And heck means a, an, or one. You add heck in front of the noun. So let's take a look at the list of animals that we just went through, but then use the indefinite article. Heck coqui, a coqui frog or one coqui frog. Heck yamui, a cat or one cat. Heck aon, a dog or one dog. Heck guincho, an eagle or one eagle. Heck mucaro, an owl or one owl. Heck colibri, a hummingbird or one hummingbird. So one of my favorite games that I loved to play with my son when he was little was I Spy. Especially when he was in preschool, that game allowed us to kind of get to know the names of things that we were seeing. So I want to play that with you today. But of course, in order to play I Spy, you have to know how to say the word to see in Taino. So let's learn that first. So the verb era means to see. So for example, I can say, dak era, I see. Dak era itpa, I saw. And dak era ina, I will see. So now let's play a little game. We're going to see pictures on the screen, and then we will describe what we see. In some cases, you'll need to use the indefinite article heck because you're only going to see one thing. In other cases, you're going to see more than one, so you'll have to be able to form the plural of the nouns. If you haven't seen that Let's Talk Taino video before, please check it out. You're going to need to know how to form the plural. So let's get started. So if I want to describe what I see here, I can say, dak era heck aon, I see a dog. If I'm describing what you see on the screen, I can say, buk era coqui nagu. You see coqui frogs. Remember that this could also mean you see the coqui frogs because, as we just said, Taino does not have definite articles. If I want to say what we see on the screen, I can say, guaquera hek mucaro. We see an owl. How about what you as an elder, see? Guajotic era hek guincho. You see an eagle. What if I want to say what a group of males sees? Nak era yamui nagu. They see cats. What if I want to say what a group of females sees? Hak era hek colibri. They see a hummingbird. So you see how cool that was? So using the verb era to see, and then just talking about what you see, whether it's one or more than one thing, it makes it very simple to really start incorporating Taino into your everyday life. And I'll give you a clue. When I started studying Taino, what I did was on my morning runs, I would just in my mind, or sometimes out loud if no one was around to hear me, I would say what I saw. So I would say, dak era, and then maybe put in a color or an animal name or, whatever it was that I saw. Like, dak era today, I see the sky. Dak era gue, I see the sun. So I suggest that you do that. It's going to get you thinking in Taino and even saying it out loud. And if you're in a study group, this is a wonderful way to just kind of get things started, break the ice, have a little I Spy game and get talking in Taino. And of course, it's a great way to teach your kids too. So let's review one more time everything that we learned today. Era, to see. Hek, a, an, or one. Guincho, eagle. Hek guincho, an eagle or one eagle. Mucaro, owl. Hek mucaro, an owl or one owl. Colibri, hummingbird. Hek colibri, a hummingbird or one hummingbird. Mavrika, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Taino. I'm your host, Priscilla Colon, co-founder creative here at Casarito, where our mission is to promote the Taino language and culture. So today we're going to talk about the Taino numbers. We're going to learn a little bit about the history of our Taino ancestors and also learn the numbers that we're going to be using in modern times. So let's get started. So before we launch into the numbers we're going to be teaching today, you need to know a little bit about the history of our Taino ancestors. So when the Europeans first came to the Caribbean, they did not document a lot of our Taino ancestors' numbers. We only have a handful of them that have been documented. Why is that? Well, the Europeans thought that our Taino ancestors couldn't count past 20. Crazy, no? How do you build canoes to fit 200 people if you can't count past 20, huh? If you look at the linguistics comparison between our Taino ancestors and other South American, Central American, North American tribes, you'll notice that the Tainos had a base 20 number system. What that means is that they could easily count by 20. Compared to us, we have a base 10 number system. One of the things that the chroniclers didn't understand was that the Tainos used a sort of shorthand when talking about greater numbers. So to say that you wanted 5 of something, Tainos might say one hand because one hand has 5 fingers. To say that you wanted 10 of something, you might say 2 hands because 2 hands have 10 fingers. To say that you wanted 20 of something, you might hear Tainos say one man because one man has 10 fingers and 10 toes, which equals 20. 2 men, therefore, would equal 40. 3 men would equal 60. So you notice it's a really quick way of doing mental math. You're actually multiplying by 20. We do the same thing in English. There's some words that we may use to mean a number, like a dozen means 12, and a baker's dozen means 13. So nowadays, we all kind of use the same number conventions, the Arabic numerals, that is 0 through 10. So, in order to be able to speak in modern times, we needed to recreate that number system, and that is what we're going to be learning about today. The specific number system I'm using for this lesson is from the Primario Básico del Taino Boriquenaiki, but you can find similar number systems in several different flavors of Taino. So we have a couple of rules before we get started. First, you're going to learn two different forms of the numbers. There is a long form that you use when you're counting. Let's say when you're saying 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. There is a short form that you use when you are describing things. That is when the number becomes an adjective. For example, when you say 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, etc. So, just like in English, the numbers go before the thing that you are describing, that is, the noun. So the word for number in Taino is hekaku, and the word for numbers is hekaku nagu. So today, we're going to learn the hekaku nagu. I'm going to show you the numbers and read off the long form, then the short form or adjective form. Let's get started. 1. Heketi. Heck. You learned heck already because it is also the indefinite article a or an. 2. Yamoka. Ka. 3. Yamokun. Kun. 4. Yamokobix. Kobix. 5. Yamoncobre. Cobre. Now that we know the numbers, we can put them together with nouns so we can describe the number of things that we see. Along the way, we're going to practice the numbers and learn new animal names too to add to your vocabulary. So let's get started. Ida tequeta, how many? Hek hime gabi, 1 fish. Ida tequeta, how many? Ka kalina nagu, 2 hens. Ida tequeta, how many? Kun coqui nagu, 3 coqui frogs. Ida tequeta, how many? Kobix korinagu, 4 guinea pigs. Ida tequeta, how many? Cobre kobonagu, 5 seashells. On some islands, kobo was used to refer specifically to the conch seashell that you see on the screen. So now that you know the numbers, you've learned more animal terms, I think you're ready for a translation challenge. So let's take a look at the screen. Can you think of the translation for this famous Dr. Seuss book? I think you can do it. So let's do it together using what we've learned today and what we learned in our other lesson on colors. Hek hime gabi, 1 fish. Ka hime gabi nagu, 2 fish. Hime gabi ita, red fish. Hime gabi gutusu, blue fish. You see how simple that was? So I know that was a lot to throw at you all at once, but let's review one more time all of the new vocabulary terms that we learned today. Ida tequeta, how many? Hekaku, number. Hekaku nagu, numbers. Heketi, heck, 1. Yamoka, ka, 2. Yamokun, kun, 3. Yamokobix, kobix, 4. Yamoncobre, cobre, 5. Hime gabi, the singular form of fish. Hime gabi nagu, the plural form of fish. Kalina, hen. Galina nagu, hens. Kori, guinea pig. Kori nagu, guinea pigs. Kobo, seashell. Kobo nagu, seashells. Today, I have a huge announcement. Casareito is working in collaboration with the municipality of Canóvanas, Puerto Rico, to put together the first language conference focusing on the evolution of the Taino language. We're bringing together linguists, archaeologists, and other experts to share information so that we can learn more about the evolution of our language and to present to the world some of the new variants that were created since 2018. To stay in the know, follow @Taino Conference on all social media sites and check out the website www.tainoconference.org. In the meantime, Tay Karaya Guaitiao Nagu.